How old was she the first time she grasped your finger?
Little. Really little. Like, before the trip to Paris.
What about the first time she held her rattle?
I was not there for that.
Do you think she likes this one?
Oh my God. She likes it. She likes it. Just not as much as my chin or your hair.
Oh, well, if they knock, we know it's not Mom. Who is it?
Baby Inspector.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's been reported you have an uninspected baby.
Oh, no, not the baby inspector.
Surprise!
Hey.
Oh, well, I'm not as surprised. I was already here, but they just finished up their father-son trip, so da-da-da-da.
Good Lord.
Yep, I know. We had to put the roof down to get it in the car.
You don't think it's gonna give that little sweetheart nightmares, do you?
Well, no, but what about me?
Well, you two already lived the nightmare. But it's nothing but sweet dreams from here on in. Right?
But have you seen her? What about her mother? Okay. All right, thanks anyway. Wyatt doesn't know where Flo is. What should we do? Should we call the police?
No, they're not gonna go anywhere without their driver's license. We will find them and they won't pay for what they've done. What time is it anyway? Zoe's not late. Not yet.
You came back?
Yeah, last night.
So you know what's happened?
Maya told me.
I've never been so scared, Xander. Ridge is waiting for me now.
You're not in prison. That's something.
I've been so lost while you've been gone. I've never needed you more.
Yeah, it's sad that you didn't think so when I was trying to prevent everything that's happening to you now. So where is Thomas now, anyway?
Nobody knows.
Because from what I heard, his son tipped Liam off?
Something like that.
So you never came clean. You know, do you ever ask yourself why you reserve your loyalty for your father instead of people who've actually stood by you? I mean, a Hope, the Forresters, me, we've all... You know what, it doesn't matter. I've honestly thought of a lot of devastating things to say, but it just doesn't matter anymore, so let's go. What? You said Ridge is waiting for you, right? And we'll face him together.
I think I know why you don't want to call the police. Thomas. Because whatever Shauna and Zoe and Xander are guilty of, so is he. So have you been able to reach him yet?
When my son is afraid or ashamed, the last person he wants to see is me.
You know, you don't need to stare, Dad. You've actually seen Beth before.
She was incognito. She had a different name.
Did she look different?
She looks like a Spencer now. All right, will you stop messing around with that thing? Just put it down.
We're trying to find a place in the room where it doesn't swallow all of us whole. Why do you always do this? You buy these gifts that we have to put it in a safe or a storage facility.
It's the ABCs of me.
Or it could indicate deep-seated feelings of inadequacy manifesting as an obsession with size.
What did you say?
I swear to God, he didn't hear that from me.
A guy in my comic book group posted it about Loki and Thor.
Well, number one, I'd give both those clowns a beatdown. Number two, I don't have a size obsession.
What about Sky?
What about Sky? Sky... Would you monitor what this boy reads from now on, please?
Honestly, I'm just grateful he didn't bring her a sword necklace.
Well, the truth is that I did consider it. Only because I thought it would serve as a sort of like a name tag. If lost, return to the nearest Spencer.
Yeah, well, Beth will never be lost again.
Yeah, we've missed enough days with her.
You two sure have. So, any word on that scum-sucking lowlife Buckingham being arrested?
I don't know. Apparently, Ridge is coordinating with the London authorities.
Yeah, that's what I hear. And Buckingham better hope that they find him before my people do.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Xander!
I thought you went back to London.
Yeah, I did. But I wasn't hiding.
So why did you go? To warn Buckingham?
No.
He wouldn't do
I'm not talking to you, not now.
Believe me, I want that man behind bars just as much as you do. Maya got a hold of me. And when she told me that everyone knew that Hope's baby was alive, I knew I had to come back and make sure the whole truth was told.
When did you first find out about Hope's baby?
The night that she and Liam signed the annulment papers.
So you could have prevented it?
He tried.
Yeah, didn't Thomas explain this?
Thomas?
Wait, I remember that Hope said that you barged in and you demanded to be heard, but then you disappeared.
Yeah, Thomas intercepted me. He wouldn't let me back in the house. He wanted that marriage to end. Look, that was the day he found out too. Flo told him everything. Threatened us if we didn't keep quiet.
Threaten you how?
I just thought it was a lot of hot air. Until he drove Emma to her death off of Mulholland Drive.
Did he what?
Zoe and I were careless one night, and she overheard us talking. There was nothing that we could do to stop her from going straight to Hope until Thomas found a way.
It's a very serious accusation.
Look, I can show you proof. It's not 100% conclusive, but it doesn't leave many dots to connect. I know how this looks. But I'm glad the truth is finally coming out.
Because of a 5-year-old boy. I wasn't afraid to tell the truth.
Beth, when you're old enough, I'll teach you about investing.
Said my son, William Spencer.
What are uncles for?
My pride and joy.
Hey, what does that make me?
That makes you my firstborn son. The man who walked into my life and changed everything.
I'll take it. Sometimes I wonder what it's like to be you. To be actually raised by this man.
No. Not back then, Liam. I wasn't ready. Back then, I didn't know what would make me happy, so I just acquired things and people, lived a no-regrets life. I thought I had a clear conscience, but I didn't. Anyway, that was then, and this is now, and now all I want to do is spoil my granddaughters. And if I spoil them rotten, that's on you and their mothers to fix it.
How about we take it on a case-by-case basis?
Ground rules.
Yes, ground rules, exactly. Starting with no Ferraris.
Oh, of course not. Not till they're driving.
No, not till they're like 25.
25? 25? Don't worry. I'm gonna work on him.
It started with this key. My dad had gone back to London, and the hospital called saying that he left some personal things behind, and if they should send him to his local address in care of me. I never even had his address. He never told me where he was living. So anyway, when I went to go pick up his things, I found this key. And, I took it to his address, and of course the key fit. But the only thing was it looked like someone had still been living there. Flo.
And you'd never seen her before?
No, I was snooping around and I found a copy of Phoebe's adoption papers with Steffi's name on it. So when I finally got Flo to admit to everything, all she knew about the birth mother was her first name, Hope. And By then, I knew better than her what my father had done.
So why didn't you come to us that day?
My father didn't think that he had any other choice, okay? But I'm not trying to defend him.
Oh, yes, you are.
So there was a debt, gambling debt.
Yeah, from really bad people, and they were making threats against my life.
Why didn't you go to the police?
Well, I asked him that too, and of course by then it was way too late.
Wasn't too late to come to us, tell us the truth.
Well, I didn't want him to go to jail.
Why? It's what he deserved.
Because he cared about me, finally.
You've never said that before.
Xander, you know how it was. After my mother divorced my father, he wasn't part of my life. I mean, yeah, a Christmas card and some random presents out of the blue, but suddenly he was here. And he said he came to LA to be near me.
He was running, Zoe. Isn't that obvious now? They found him in London and then they traced him here.
He said he was sorry, okay? He said he was sorry for all the lost years in between. And he said that he loved me, and I know that he meant it.
And keeping a secret, that was, what, your way of loving him back?
Have you talked to Flo since this all came unraveled?
No, and whatever else you may think of her, she was taken in by my father, too. Okay, look, no, as soon as she found out the enormity of what my father did, she wanted to tell it all. She wanted to tell you, she wanted to tell Wyatt, she wanted to tell Hope. So many times. But my father, he stopped her, and I stopped her.
Well, I don't care about any of that. Right now, the question is what to do with you and with you.
We're gonna be arrested.
Yeah, well, we expected that, so
I mean, at least I am.
I'm not gonna leave you, okay?
Yeah. This is he? Really? He's in custody? Wow, that is fantastic. Thank you. Now, I know extradition's going to be complicated because a UK citizen, but I will. I'll get our attorneys on it. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I don't think I have to explain that phone call.
No.
Guys, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what they're going to charge you with. Conspiracy after the fact, being accomplice to a kidnapping, trafficking. A lot of money changed hands. But you told me you didn't take any money, is that true?
Yes.
Well, then I guess the only thing you did wrong is you lied. You don't go to prison for that. It's not a crime against society, it's just a crime against my family. But I love my family. Don't ever step foot in this building again. You're terminated.
We understand. And we are truly sorry. We know how many people we've let down. The Forresters and the Logans. And I'm sure my family will be ashamed of me.
The Avons are our family, too. Maya was Hope's sister-in-law, but that didn't matter to you.
Xander only kept quiet because of Thomas's threats. And because I asked him to.
So you gotta start taking care of yourself. Because your dad's gonna do anything he can to blame somebody else for what happened.
I know how hollow it might sound now, but I'm actually really genuinely glad that Beth is back with her mother.
Even though you tried to prevent it.
Yeah.
I think the pink bear wants some kisses.
You've got quite a family.
Well, you know what they say, what a difference a day makes.
I didn't know what to say when Beth was gone, Liam.
Don't. You were fine.
I wasn't fine. It hit me hard. But I didn't want to bother you with that. What would be the point? It would only make things worse for you and Hope. You know that I've always had a complicated relationship with the man upstairs. Is he there? Is he not there? But I decided to err on the side of caution. So I said a prayer. Well, maybe it wasn't a prayer. It was a request. I put in a request that he watch over you and Hope. And Beth.
Thank you. Prayers are great. And so is having a grandfather.
She's got me.
This is nice, you know. It's nice to have you here, covering my blind spots, keeping me in check. I think I've needed that. I need, well, my dad.
And you've got me. Now, something I need from you.
Oh, man, what? Why do you have, what?
I haven't held my granddaughter yet, Liam.
No, you have not. Hey, would you like to hold your granddaughter?
I think that was the implication, right?
Here we go. Thought you'd never ask.
Hi. Look at you. You beautiful little Beth. Spencer, you sure gave us a scare. I bet Liam, he looked a lot like you when he was your age. Of course, I never got to hold him back then. But if I did, I would have told him exactly what I'm about to tell you. Life is going to be so good for you. And your daddy's going to see to it. Where you want to go? Where you want to